Hello, sixth graders. Today we're going to be working with formula equations. You get to use a calculator today, so better press pause, grab a calculator, because as I'm working through this, I'm going to have a calculator in my hands too, and I'm going to show you how this all works. Let's take a look and follow along very closely, please. First problem looks like this. The formula, so we're going to do A first. The formula is C equals 5 over 9 times, and then in parentheses we have F minus 32. Maybe use to convert between Fahrenheit and Celsius temperatures. Okay, so we deal with Fahrenheit here in the United States, but I feel like the rest of the world is in Celsius. So let's watch closely and how we're going to solve this. We have to, for A, we have to convert 77 degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. So this 77 right here is going to represent this F. So when I'm writing this equation now, it's going to look just like this. It's going to be C equals, because we're trying to find Celsius, 5 over 9. And then in parentheses, we have 77, and we're going to multiply this. 77, which is the 77 Fahrenheit, minus 32. So if I'm working this out, the first thing I'm going to do is what's in parentheses because of PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or order of operations, however you want to say it. We have 77 minus 32 equals 45. So inside this parentheses, we're going to go, so it's 5 over 9 times, and then inside the parentheses, we have a 45. So we simply have to multiply 5 over 9 times 45. Well, we just put a 45 over 1. We can look to see if we can cross reduce. We can't do anything with this 5 and 1, but the 9 and the 45, we can divide them both by 9. So 9 divided by 9 is 1. 45 divided by 9 is 5. All we have to do now is multiply across. 5 times 5 is 25. And 1 times 1 is 1. So my answer is 25 degrees Celsius. Now I'm going to erase this work here because this next problem over here is going to require a little bit more work. You're going to have to watch very closely. You might have to maybe pause as we go through this because we're going to be trying to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So watch closely how I'm going to set up this problem because we don't know the F right now, but we do know 50 is the Celsius here. So we're taking a look at this formula up here at the top. C equals 5 over 9 times F minus 32. So since we know we have to convert 50 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So that means the C is a 50. It's going to equal 5 over 9 times F minus 32. And this is why we have to have the distributive property, because we need to represent F there, because I can't just subtract F minus 32. So when I'm first trying to solve this problem, I'm going to write it over here just for more space. 50 equals, now I'm going to put 5 over 9 times F, so I have 5 over 9 F. And then I also have to multiply 5 over 9 times negative 32. So I'm going to put in parentheses over here, just so I don't mess up my work, 5 over 9 times 32 over 1, and I'm just remember that as a negative. So I'm going to use a calculator here just to speed things up because I can't cross reduce at all. So what I want you to do is I want you to multiply 5 times 32 on your calculator with me. 5 times 32. We get 160 for a number, okay? The next thing we're going to do is 9 times 1 is 9, okay? I'm going to change 160 over 9 into a mixed number. Keep watching here because this is what I'm doing right here is the 5 over 9 times 32. So how many 9s go into 160? So on my calculator, I'm going to go 160 divided by 9. I have 17. So 160 equals 17 as a whole number. Well, what's 17 times 9? 17 times 9 is 153. So 160 minus 153 will give me 7. So this answer is 17 and 7 over 9. Now keep watching, kids. I'm going to change colors just so you can hang in there with me. I have 50 equals 5 over 9F. I don't think I've lost anybody yet. And then I'm multiplying this 5 over 9 times negative 32, which equals a negative 17 and 7 ninths. Okay? That's what I've done so far. Problem makes sense so far. I'm going to extend this page so we can see a little bit more. Now keep watching. I'm change colors again. I have to get F by itself. So I'm going to move negative 17 and 7 ninths over to the 50 here. So that means I'm going to be adding 17 and 7 ninths to 50. Pretty easy to do. I don't have to find common denominators. 50 plus 17 gives me 67 and 7 ninths equals 5 over 9 F. Now, if you daydream for about 2 or 3 seconds there, you might be lost, so just make sure you rewind and just pay close attention to what's going on now. Now I have to extend my page to see what's going on here. I have to get f by itself. So I'm going to divide this by 5/9. So I'm going to divide 67 and 7/9 by 5/9. So I'm going to write this problem, I'm going to write this problem out over here. So I have 67 and 7/9 divided by 5/9. I don't think I've lost anybody yet because I'm trying to find out what f is. Well, we know when we're multiplying, or when we're dividing, I have to find the reciprocal. So I have 67 and 7/9 times 9/5. The next thing we have to realize is this. I can't keep 67 and 7/9 as a mixed number, so I have to multiply. On my calculator, I'm going to multiply 9 times 67, and I'm going to add 7. So 67 times 9 equals 603, plus 7 equals 610. So I have 610 over 9 times 9/5. All I did was convert this to an improper fraction. Now I can multiply. I can cross reduce. 9 divided by 9 is 1. So when I multiply across, 610 times 1 is 610. 1 times 5 is 5. On my calculator, I'm going to go 610 divided by 5, and that equals 122. I'm going to scroll back to the top if I can figure out where that is. This answer is 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's move on to the next page. The formula for the area of a trapezoid is area equals half times a plus b times h. Another way to write that, and I've shown you this before, is a plus b divided by 2 multiplied by the height. So we have a trapezoid here. It says, and I'm going to write this into the equation, the area, or not the area, one base is 7, so I'm going to go 7 plus the other base is 10. 10 divided by 2, multiply it by the height, which is 5. Well, on my calculator, I'm just going to go 7 plus 10, which is 17, divided by 2, I get 8.5, and then I'm going to multiply 8.5 times 5, and I'm going to get 42.5 as my answer. So what's my equation? I should probably write it. I'm going to write the equation out like this because I think this is more user-friendly. So you'll write 7 plus 10 divided by 2 equal, and then you'll have the 5 here. I like that equation more. That's because I'm picky. All right, I'm going to move over to the other side here. Let's see how we can do this one. We have another trapezoid. Once again, we are dealing with, we'll write the equation here. The one base is 6.5. The other base is 5.5. Okay, I'm going to divide this by 2. I don't know h. I'm trying to find h, but it all equals 90. So on my calculator, I'm going to be going 6.5. By the way, on this last problem here, I should probably label it centimeters squared. Oops, sorry. Back to this other problem. 6.5 plus 5.5 equals 12. Divided by 2 gives me 6. So on this side, I have 6. Now I have an times an h equals 90. Well, if I keep working this problem out, it's 6 times h is 6h equals 90. And this is basic, easy math. Divide by 6, divide by 6. On your calculator, go ahead and do it. Some of you might already know this, what the answer is mentally. 90 divided by 6 gives me 15 for an answer, so my height is 15 inches. It's not squared because it is inches, okay? Or my bad, because it's height. So it is just simply inches there. Let's move on to another problem. Hang in there with me, okay? These are some good problems here. The formula for the volume of a cone is the volume equals 1/3 times pi. Pi is 3.14 times r squared times h. Use 3.14 pi. Well, it's right there. Find the volume V for the cone. So what's the formula like? V equals 1/3 times 3.14 times the radius squared. So my radius is 2, so I'm going to go 2 squared times my height, which is 9. Well, let's go ahead and just type this into my calculator. Pretty simple. I'm going to go 1 divided by 3, because that equals 1/3. I'm going to multiply that by 3.14. I'm going to multiply that by 4, because 2 squared equals 4. I'm going to multiply that by 9, and my answer is 37.68 inches cubed because I'm dealing with volume. Once again, all I did was 1/3, or so I did 1 divided by 3. I got like 0.33333. Then I multiplied that by 3.14 on my calculator. Then I multiplied that by 4 because 2 to the second power means 2 times 2. Then I multiplied that by 9, and that's the answer I got. Moving over here, I have to find the height of the cone. If the radius is 3, so if I'm dealing with a cone equation, okay, I'm going to have to do some dividing here. So I have, let's keep watching here. So if I know the volume, so my V would be 94.2. That equals 1/3 times my 3.14 times my radius squared, so 3 times 3 would be 9, times my height. Okay, so now I have to solve. On this side, on the right side, on my calculator, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1 divided by 3 to do the 1/3. So on my calculator, I'm going 1 divided by 3. I have 0.33. Then I'm going to multiply by 3.14 times 3.14. Times 3.14. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Now I'm going to multiply that by 9 times 9. So it means on this side, I have a 9.42. If you don't have 9.42, you need to press pause and try that again. You're doing 1 divided by 3. Multiply that by 3.14 times 9. So on this side, I have 94.2 equals 9.42h. Well, how do I get rid of the h? Divide by 9.42. Divide by 9.42. On your calculator, go ahead and do that. You probably already know what the answer is, but I just want to prove it to you anyways. 94.2 divided by 9.42 gives you a nice answer of 10 centimeters because we're dealing with height. Okay. Once again, you watch very closely, and all you're doing is just kind of plugging and playing. Once you find out the formula, find out what we're trying to solve, and once you can set it up as an algebraic equation, then it's ready to rock and roll. Hopefully this helps. Look forward to working with some formulas in math today. Good luck.